episode on the Mindful Living podcast. As always, I'm your host Sana, and today are going to talk about something very unique where science meets soul. We are diving deep into the transformative world of molecular hydrogen with none other than Greg the Hydrogen Man, a trailblazer who turned his personal health battles into a journey of healing and discovery. From fighting depression and autoimmune challenges to unearthing the hidden benefits of hydrogen, Greg's story is one of resilience and innovation. So, listeners, get quickly ready to explore how this simple molecule is redefining mental health and wellness. So, Greg, welcome to the show, and it's an absolute honor having you with us, really.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me.
Okay, Greg, of course, mental health, we'll talk about it, but um, hydrogen, w- I mean, we all know, we have studied about it. It's basically a life creating, life sustaining molecule, and you know, it makes water. It also makes H2O2. I mean, it's everywhere. So your own journey, talking about it, it began in the midst of several mental health struggles. So how exactly your personal battle with depression and despair led you to explore hydrogen as a healing modality?
My depression first started when I was really, really young, probably around the age of 7 or 8, and extremely severe because, I wanted to end my life around that age. So, that was one of my first big challenges, but that wasn't really what started the hydrogen, quote, unquote, "revolution" or the hydrogen that changed my life. I didn't realize it would affect me mentally. The reason I got involved in hydrogen was because I ended up getting physically sick later on. So first it started with kinda quote unquote "mental health,"
Yeah.
and it began and then all of a sudden I started having physical health problems later in my life, and so battling both of those things was really challenging,
Mhm.
and I'm a big there's a lot of people out there who claim, that they're health gurus or people or doctors, and, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
necessarily say anything negative against them, but I became very frustrated because, I worked in the medical field myself for over 2 decades,
Mm,
and
okay.
I really felt that the average doctor or health guru, I did seek help out from them, and they never did help me. So it was very frustrating. So I decided to kind of take my own path, and I would read a lot of latest scientific, journals and scientific studies in order to find the latest information and create protocols for my health to hopefully
Mhm.
help overcome these issues. And that's when I discovered hydrogen. It sounded way too good to be true, and I'm a very big skeptic. So I had to learn about it for a long time, even
Mhm.
making it, because the way you make it actually matters. And I'm not very happy about the way that most companies are making it and selling it because, in my personal opinion, I think they're just taking advantage of people. They're not doing it correctly. And so those are the things that I learned as time went on. And of course, hydrogen and water were really fundamental to transforming my health and my life and how
Mhm.
much it affects, mental health too. It was kind of surprising. Even as crazy as this sounds, even intelligence. I'm going to be doing some releasing some new videos on my YouTube channel in regard to how it can potentially increase intelligence because I have experienced that also. There's a lot of things I've experienced with hydrogen. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. And until up till mental health was there, and now I think it'd be really fascinating for the listeners to check out your YouTube channel to see how hydrogen can actually, uh, you know, enhance or maybe it can be leveraged for intelligence. Uh, well, what's the science behind it, Craig? Since in your research and personal experience, you must have gone through how it exactly helps in alleviating symptoms of anxiety and depression. So, what exactly is the science behind it?
Well, there's tons of science. If I were to go over it, we would be here for not just hours, but probably So we're talking about something that has not it doesn't just have like 5 studies on hydrogen or 10 or 20 or even 100. There's somewhere it's nudging somewhere in the realm of almost 2,000 studies at this point,
Oh, okay.
and something that is already being used in major university hospitals in Japan. And
Mhm.
so this is something that is quote unquote kind of medically used and appears to be obviously approved. Um, but then the other things, I mean, just some of the things that they've discovered about hydrogen, because there's so much more than just this, but it appears that it functions as an anti-inflammatory, uh,
Mhm.
antioxidant, and a very special. It's not just a normal antioxidant. Antioxidants come in different sizes. A lot of people are unaware of that. And hydrogen, molecular hydrogen specifically, is the smallest one ever. And it's so tiny that that means it can penetrate any place in the body. There's no place that it cannot go into. It can make it all the way to your brain, into the
Mhm.
core mitochondria. It appears to be also like a signaling molecule. It's extremely good for your gut. You know, I've seen people with Crohn's disease, celiac disease, IBS, all sorts of gut issues. I've seen people with mental issues from even things as crazy as dementia and Alzheimer's. I show some testimonials on my YouTube channel. And the company that, in my opinion, makes the best hydrogen machine in the world, it's a Japanese company. They have their own channel called, I think it's Holy Hydrogen. And they also have testimonials of people with certain mental or brain disorders, such as TBI, which is traumatic brain injury. And I mean, it's just miraculous. It's literally hard to believe that it's real. I mean, I was so skeptical for about 4 years. I was reading the data, and it just seems impossible. From I mean, I've seen things from like arthritis disappear, heart conditions disappear. That's going to be one of my latest videos I'm going to be releasing soon. I've seen people with stroke issues, like where they literally couldn't talk, walk, or dress themselves. And now those people are walking, talking, and dressing themselves. People with blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, arthritis, even eye issues, glaucoma, cataracts disease. I mean, it's crazy actually how many things this has been shown to be effective for.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, definitely. You're right. I think not even a day. It will take hours and hours of time to, uncover the miraculous benefits of hydrogen. But is it this elemental property of hydrogen that makes it beneficial? Because I think common people, normal people like us, we are still quite unaware about how miraculous hydrogen can be in solving the most complex and the most common illnesses, chronic illnesses, or mental health uh, issues. Is it this elemental property of hydrogen or something else that makes it so good?
Well, ultimately, it obviously is hydrogen. I mean, hydrogen, although, okay, you have to understand that most medical issues
Mhm.
typically do a lot with even the aging process. So most people have medical issues in the last 10 years of their life. That's the majority. So with aging comes a lot of medical issues. It's one of the fascinating things about hydrogen is it actually appears to also be very anti-aging and like really amazing for the skin and collagen and again mental function, so many things of this nature. And it's in my personal opinion, based on me using it for as long as I've been using it, I never realized how spiritual it was. You know, hydrogen appears to be extremely spiritual. It's even done, it's literally had profound effects on my brain
Mhm.
and what some people call the pineal gland that I never thought in a million years that hydrogen would do. I
And
usually only talk about the scientific part because there has been no research on the spiritual part. But,
Mhm.
you know, the more you use it and the longer you use it, the body's always regenerating. So we have a 7-year cycle with our body. So the more years that you use hydrogen regularly, which is what I've been doing, it's absolutely been transforming my mind, uh,
Mhm.
depression, the gut, you know, the brain, and even the spiritual ability to be able to understand concepts easier and even downright having visions, which is really crazy. There was a Japanese gentleman
Mhm.
who just that water actually has memory. and I don't know if you're aware of this, but
Yeah.
it's a man named Masaru Emoto. And he didn't realize, though, which is the part where I discovered, is that the word hydrogen actually means that which becomes water. Water extremely spiritual. I don't think most people understand how spiritual water is. The problem is that I don't think people have realized how to use it properly. And that's where hydrogen and clean water come into play, which is what I educate on a lot. You know, if I know that this is probably a show in India, so people probably won't hear it who are in the US, but if people want to see, for example, what I use, because all water filters are not the same. So I use a special method called carbon distillation, which anybody can look at the method on a website called mypurewater.com.
Mhm.
And of course, if people want a discount code, people love discounts. The code is uprising144K. But then for the hydrogen generator that makes the water even more special, that's where you go to a website called holyhydrogen.com. And that's the Japanese device that was specifically developed to dissolve hydrogen gas safely and effectively into water, and also offers hydrogen gas inhalation. So when you inhale the gas, it goes straight to your brain, straight to
Mhm.
it affects your sinuses and your eyes, and obviously gets in your bloodstream. And so it's absolutely miraculous. I actually call it the ascension molecule because
Mhm.
hydrogen really ascends. It's like a balloon. So it has an ascension property to it. It's also pure life. Pure life, literally 0 calories, 0 sugar. It's like nothingness, but yet it has a profound effect on free radicals in the body. And free radicals, from what the Japanese have discovered, are responsible for roughly 90% of all disease. Free radicals in the liver will cause liver problems. Free radicals in the brain will cause brain problems, and so on and so forth. And so hydrogen has this unique affinity to be able to neutralize free radicals in a way that nothing else can do, especially because of its size, but also because of its selective properties. It does it all selectively. It's almost like it has a mind of its own. It's really, really unique. And I have really great videos on my channel where I show live blood analysis, I show thermal imaging, I show a lot of medical data, I share a lot of this medical data, and it's all free. I never charge for anything. All of it's free. Anybody can see it. And if anybody ever wants to support it, you just share and subscribe, and it's all free.
I think it's such an intricate dance between molecular biochemistry and mental health, physical health. I think not only it is restricted to the benefits of mental health, but holistic health, because as you mentioned that hydrogen has its mind of its own and it's spiritual in a way, and yeah, I mean in India we kind of we have the river Ganges and people that's the most spiritual, that's the holy water, what it is in Christianity. So uh, I think you are definitely correct that we are not aware of the spiritual properties of water, and it's really really fascinating to be aware at such a grassroots level that I think apart from the conventional medical therapies and all the hustle and bustle, I think it's really, really, it will be really beneficial for the humanity to uncover the hidden benefits of hydrogen. Um, Also, while on the contradiction, Greg, while many proponents highlight the benefits of hydrogen, there will be critics arguing that such therapies are like overhyped or they lack rigorous scientific backing. So, how do you respond to those who say that hydrogen is just another, maybe a wellness trend?
Well, first of all, there's already a lot of science. And for anybody who understands Japan and how strict they are in their medical practices,
Mhm.
already be using it in major university hospitals. I mean, they don't do stuff that is not real. And I literally have proof. I mean, I have, like, again, live blood analysis.
Mhm.
Patient normal water, clean water, hydrogen water. I mean, they were shown the different effects in vivo. You could literally see it right there live. And
Mhm.
well, I mean, I've seen it literally make people's medical conditions disappear, and that's just not normal. In fact, I just got a testimonial. I'm going to be releasing the video in less than a week, where a woman literally showed all her medical records. Her doctor said she had major heart disease and
Mhm.
she was 90s, and those conditions are now gone. And she followed a protocol that I created because it does. it really does matter what kind of, again, what kind of equipment you use. I know that a lot of people are selling and promoting, like, little hydrogen bottles and hydrogen and pills. In my opinion, those are just garbage. They're not gonna fix major problems. So in that regard, I do think that hydrogen could potentially be a scam, but I think that it done properly, it's very different, and I don't think people really know the difference these days. I'm one of the few people who talk about it actually, and even, like in Japan also, these doctors that specialize in hydrogen, they don't even recommend most of the products out there because the way they're made. I mean, they're from, to be honest, I haven't seen one good product from China, so that's one way to know if the product's any good, and almost all the products are from China. They use inferior metal technology, inferior membrane technology. They just don't do it right. The Japanese, well, they did it the best, and the Japanese are very ethical people. I mean, they're the ones who discovered this. They're the ones who also discovered that water has memory. I mean, the Japanese are actually masterful with water technology. I don't think people actually know nor understand that. So, when I followed the science, it led me to a Japanese device. I didn't even do that on purpose. That's just where the data led to. And that's what saved my life. I mean, I had a lot of medical issues. I mean, from tumors in my body to heart disease to autoimmune issues, I had a lot of problems. I couldn't even walk, and I was in so much pain. So, I had to transfer my health, and no doctor was able to help. No naturopath was able to help. So many health gurus I went to that couldn't help me. And it was a very painful, long, expensive road. And the answers were actually not that expensive. Just clean water, clean hydrogen, a few modifications in my lifestyles. And it was amazing how those little changes could transform somebody's life, both mentally and physically.
Hmm. I think, I really, really appreciate your honest take, Greg, on this, because I think it's very important to raise the awareness with the right information and the right time to the right people. I mean, it should reach at the grassroots level, not just for the sake of business or mass production or just setting up a viral trend. So, it's really crucial to balance enthusiasm with skepticism.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a huge skeptic, and sadly, the biggest thing that I've learned during this path is how many, supplements and devices and doctors or pharmaceuticals, how much of it is just all garbage in my opinion. I mean, so much of it's all about money, and they don't really want to help you with your health issues. And to be honest, most health issues from what I've seen can be resolved with some very simple techniques that I developed, and it's just not that complicated and very accessible to most people, you know.
Great, great. Also, Greg, since hydrogen has so many benefits, so do you think when we are talking about the future, can hydrogen alone offer a comprehensive solution or a holistic wellness solution, or is it's just one piece of a larger puzzle?
Well, it has been shown to be able to fix it on its own. I mean, my father was a good example. My father had issues with arthritis, blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, and glaucoma. And he didn't want to do all the protocols that I created because, there's diet changes involved, and there's a lot of different things that I do for my health. So the only thing he was willing to do was drink really clean water with the carbon distiller and a hydrogen generator to put the hydrogen in the water and inhale it. And all those issues did go away. And he never changed his diet. He never changed his exercises or anything. He didn't change anything. That's all he did was do the clean water and the hydrogen. And it was really surprising how well it worked. And there is a place. Have you ever heard of a place called Lourdes, France, or Lourdes?
Yeah. Mhm.
So the healing waters of Lourdes. A lot of people drink that water, and their medical issues go away. And the Japanese studied that water, and they found that that holy water literally has high levels of molecular hydrogen. That appears to be the unique property. So yes, there's a lot of people who get the benefit just from the hydrogen, but you do have to drink certain amounts
Mhm.
and enough in you in order for it to be real therapeutic, which is another reason why you need really good equipment, because the cheap equipment, you don't get enough of the hydrogen. It ends up breaking. It's not very reliable. It's just Chinese stuff.
Great, great, Greg. So before we wrap up, of course, I think our listeners will be very eager to explore this. So how they can do that?
Sure. Well, I think the first thing is my YouTube channel is there to educate and help. So, like I said, it's all free. You can go to YouTube, you can go to Twitter or X, you can go to Rumble, you can go to I think Instagram, but all my videos are primarily on YouTube. And you can go there and you can see the things that I do. You can see some live videos I made. You can see the medical videos I've made showing, what I've done for myself and transformation and then sharing stories of other people because there's a lot of people who reach out to me. They want to, I do consults and help people now. And they reach out to me and I do like testimonials. So when somebody's medical issues go away, I'll do a video about it. If somebody writes me and tells me, hey, this is another testimonial. So that way people can see that there really are people, out there rather than it just being like a testimonial that somebody wrote on some website because a lot of those, in my opinion, are fake from everything that I've learned.
Mhm.
But like people, so yeah, a lot of information on my YouTube channel. I've been doing it for like a decade, so there's a lot of videos.
Lovely, lovely. Well, we'll have all the details mentioned in the show notes. And Greg, thank you. Thank you so, so much for joining us on this, transformative episode of Mindful Living on Science and Soul of Healing. And I think your story not only illuminates the potential of hydrogen, but it's also inspiring countless individuals who are seeking hope and actual change. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for having me on, son.
And to all of our listeners, I would like to mention that every challenge can lead to a breakthrough, like for Greg, it did. And, when we remain open to unconventional paths. So stay curious, stay resilient, and keep exploring the endless possibilities of wellness like Greg did. So just refer to the show notes and you can check out Greg's YouTube channel and the resources, the wonderful education, the information he's sharing on the miracles of hydrogen. And until next time, take care and keep thriving. Thank you.